Hello everyone, I'm here with another story. This is from the Where Miracles Happen, True Stories of Heavenly Encounters. These are true stories that people send in. And this one is called Answer in the Wind. And let me read the little thing that goes before the story. It is by Rosalind Rinker, How to Have Family Prayers. I'd like to compare prayer to the wind. You cannot actually see the wind, but you can see the results of it. That's true. That's nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the story. It was a raw January day at the bus left Benton, Wisconsin, but Dick Wilson barely noticed. He had just attended his mother's funeral, so his head wasn't in the right place. Although she had severe diabetes for many years, it was a relief to see her suffering end. But his heart was still heavy. That's about like the situation with my stepmom. She suffered a long, long time. Been in horrible pain. Been through a lot in her life, and she's fought hard. God finally took her home. When the summons had come, Dick planned to drive to Wisconsin from his home to Sedona, Arizona, but the weather in the mountainous area was treacherous, and even worse conditions had been predicted. Instead, his wife Nancy had driven him to the Phoenix airport, where he boarded a plane. Now he was on his way back to Nancy and the 6 of their 10 children, who still lived with them. It would have been more convenient to fly back, but the bus fare would be easier on the family budget. Miles rolled by. Dick was cold and sorrowful, and the trip seemed endless. Finally, in the middle of the night, the bus pulled into the terminal in Tucumcari, New Mexico, for his last transfer. There was time for a quick snack, so Dick went into the nearby restaurant. Lost in thought, he was startled when a driver yelled from the door, "Phoenix bus is leaving, folks. Last call to board." Last call. Dick got up, grabbed his jacket, then reached inside his pocket for his ticket, but his pocket was empty. Quickly, Dick checked the rest of his possessions. Yes, here was his wallet, his comb, and coins. But as he inspected the floor and the chair he'd been sitting on, his pulse began to race. His ticket was gone. What was he going to do? He had no cash for another ticket. Perhaps he had dropped it on the bus. Panic building, Dick ran to the terminal lot. People were boarding the Phoenix bus, but he dashed to the one he had just ridden. A man was sweeping it out. "Have you found a ticket?" Dick asked the workman. "Nope." The workman paused and looked around at the little pile of cigarette butts and candy wrappers. "There's nothing here but this junk." "Oh God, please help me." Dick stepped down from the bus, his head swimming. Now what? He set out down the street away from the restaurant. If only he hadn't been so careless, so absorbed in his own grief. How could he have done something so stupid? The wind was blowing strongly, and as Dick trudged head down, debris whirled past. Rubbish blew against him, and blindly Dick hit out at it, grabbing one troublesome piece of paper to crumple it in frustration. He'd have to phone Nancy, have her wire some money out of their tight budget, and in the meantime the bus would leave. How long would he be stuck here? Turning, Dick retraced his steps past the terminal and back to the restaurant. As he pushed the door open, he realized that his fist was still closed around that crushed piece of waste paper. Absently, he glanced at it before tossing it aside. It was his missing ticket. Dick reached home safely and has never forgotten the wonder of that answered prayer. Just walking along in the wind, blowing trash everywhere, and he grabs one to throw it away, and that's his ticket. After he asked God to help him find it. God did that. I truly believe it. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's story, and I hope you have a good night.